friends, it's Nicole. Welcome to a Cherry on Top's YouTube Hop for November. Today we are sharing projects with our little furry friend and any animals that we love. It's really open, the theme. And so I am going to be using 49 Market's Flower Emporium. I'm still working on my 6x8 album, and I thought this would be a great way to use up those scraps. And I've been really wanting to use this pattern paper. I love the design, but I wasn't really sure what to do with it. So I'm actually going to just cut it out and just place it at the top there, just to create a fun design for the top. And I am going to go ahead and just move embellishments around. I have an idea of what I want to do with it. I really want a colorful layout just to make it bright and pretty. And I'm cutting out the tag from the cut apart sheet to use as a background at the top there. I like playing with layers, so I'm going to layer it up there so it doesn't look too flat. And I'm going to tuck that behind here. And again, I'm not going to mount anything down yet. I'm just trying to get the feel of what I want to do with the overall design of the layout. And then I did have a piece of rubber in my stash that I really just wanted to use up. And I am just going to put that down on the far right of this scrap piece of paper I had. And I'm totally using scraps too, so that's a wonderful thing. If you have them in your stash, why not use them? Find a good way to use them. I'm going to use it as a fun background for my photo. And I'm going to go ahead and mount this down. And I'm going to place it right there, making sure it's not crooked. And then I was going to use this pocket and tuck that photo in there, and I forgot about it. And so it was too late now. But that's an idea. If you wanted to do a similar layout, create the pocket, and you can even add a few photos in there. That would be a fun idea. And even like add a tag behind the photo so that it pulls out of that little pocket. And so moving along, I'm using the rubber sentiment right onto the photo just as a fun title. And it's not super noticeable, but it's okay. I'm alright with it blending in. And I was going to use the chipboard, the Happy, and I backed it up with some foam strips to add dimension. But I'm really not sure if I want to use that. So I'm going to go ahead and just move along, get some things mounted down now that I have a feel for the design of the layout. And then I'm just going to go from there. And I just want to go ahead and put down what I know I'm going to keep down so that I can move along with the process here. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and mount the photo down. And I'm making sure it's not crooked. Okay, and then I like the transparent frame. So I think I'm going to stick it there. I'm not sure yet. I'm just moving things around. I had pulled some embellishments out from my stash. I'm getting down to the bare minimum with this collection, and so I just pulled some things out that I can use that will work for the layout. And so I'm going to go ahead and use foam strips to pop this up. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this. Alright, and then I'm going to put that right on the corner there to kind of fill in that space. And so when I do that, I don't have enough room for the chipboard, but that's okay because I wasn't so sure that I was going to use it. I'm going to pop the die cut down using foam strips and just for dimension. And then I'm going to go ahead and feed some string through here. I just like to do this with the tags. It just makes it look nicer. And I'm going to cut the excess off the ends there. Alright, and this is coming along nicely. And I like these little chipboard pieces, but I didn't know what to do with them. And I really wanted to do Bring It On with these dogs because they're constantly playing. They don't stop, but I just couldn't get it to work. And it's a little bit too long for the squares, and so I decided not to use those. And then I'm going to use the heart rubber ones by their little paws. They're so cute. These guys are so fun. And I'm going to go ahead and put that down here under the title that says Hello You. And it's faint, but that's okay. They're there. And I'm having so much fun with this layout. And then I was going to put that bring it one right there, but it didn't look right. So I'm determined to use it, but it's not going to work. And I wanted to add some more orange at the top since I used the orange hearts, just to pull that color in a little bit. And now I'm just moving things around to see if I can find a use for them. And I am just playing around. I like this, but it's not going to work. Alright, so I'm going to glue this little chipboard piece here. That'll work. And I'm going to use the chipboard. It's beautiful. It fits right in there, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. And I'm still moving things around to see if I want to use them. I have the chipboard star. I'm going to put that there. And it's too big. I really want to use it. But I'm going to move along and find something else. And I'm looking on the tag to see if there were any like images I can fussy cut to add to the squares. I didn't see anything. And now I have a puppy sticker. I'm going to just put that right there. And that's done. And then I'm going to go and I'm just looking for more things to add. And I'm going to go ahead and add the rubber one here. Right in there. Okay, that's good. And then I'm just moving along, looking for things. I like these laser cuts. I'm going to use this to put Moxie and Paco's name on there. And then I'm going to pop that tag up using film strips, like so. I just like playing with embellishments, so I'm going to find a way to use them. And then this is cute. I'm going to go ahead and add film strips at the top there and then glue the bottom so that it doesn't pop off there. Alright, and that's good. And then I feel like I need something on the bottom there. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And then I'm looking at all the embellishments I have to see what else I can squeeze on this layout. I am just looking. And I kind of want to use another sentiment in the squares. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that in there. But when I do that, I feel like the square is kind of off now. So I need to figure out what I want to do with that. And I'm just looking to see if I can squeeze some more embellishments on here. But I really need to fill in that area. So I'm going to use a sticker tag and cut it down a little bit. And that works out. I just needed to fill in that space a little bit. It just looks a little bit off. And this is a perfect way to do that. Okay. Put some string in there. Perfect. And then, let's see, I think I'm going to pull some of the green down at the bottom there and just wrap this layout up. I'm going to tuck this under there, careful, and I want to keep it straight. And then I'm just going to staple it because I'm afraid if I put glue on it, it's going to smear on the bottom as I'm trying to shove it in there. But that's it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this in the album that I have. And I just love how this came together, and I hope that you were inspired. And thank you so much for watching today. Take care.